What's going on, everybody? I had an experience recently that I think is going to end up being pretty significant in my collecting and the way I think about adding cards to my collection. And I thought that if it was that influential for me, it may be worth sharing, whether that's to provide an additional perspective to someone that may have not considered it before, or just to get a conversation going. And that was in the context of a best offer I made on a card on eBay. The first of which was auto declined, and then my follow up offer expired. And when I was really relieved that I got the notification of its expiration, I thought there's something there that I need to flesh out for myself. And I ended up doing so over the next couple days to a week, and think that might be worth discussing and sharing. All right, and so what you see here is my eBay page. This is my Terapeak. I'm going through looking at product research and looking at sold listings over the last 3 years. And you can see that what I've searched for is Logoman. So I apologize for the mess of 80 things in my cart and whatnot. So I made an offer on a King's Logoman. I don't want to get into too much detail because I don't want to put the seller on blast or make anyone feel like I'm attacking that person or the card listing, because that's not really what the case is. It's more just the general concept. Logomen are expensive. Logomen are Logomen are extremely expensive, and I wanted to go through and kind of show, based on Terapeak and based on what's listed for sale right now, just kind of like the absurdity. And this isn't, I'm not like judging anyone who likes Logomen or anything, but no one can deny that these dollar values, they're expensive. They're a lot. So let's take a look at some of the things that I found. This is kind of various things, and I tried to whittle out some terms to get rid of like keychains that have Logomen on them, and custom cards and the impeccable silver bars and things like that. And what we're left with here, I just wanted to highlight some. Here's a Kevin McHale 2017-18 National Treasures Logoman. This one does have an auto that sold at auction for $6,666. An Amari Stoudemire 2002 Logoman that sold for $3,750. There was, there's a bunch of listings here. Even a Leaf Steph Curry Logoman auto for $13,000. So there's a lot here. I mean, I'm skipping over a lot of essentially stuff that doesn't apply. So manufactured Logoman, those Logoman bars. I'm not paying attention to any baseball ones because I'm not really familiar with the baseball Logoman situation. This one is, relatively reasonable compared to that. It's $325 for a Josh Jackson Logoman. He was not a successful player. He didn't stick in the league. $1,000 almost for Patrick Ewing. That's an off-brand. That's unlicensed Leaf. So this is insane amounts of money. So this is Terapeak sorted by last sold date. If I go to recently ended listings, it'll tell a very similar story. I've filtered by just basketball to try to kind of limit things a little bit. And again, skipping over some of the things that don't necessarily apply. You see that McHale sale right there. You see the Stoudemire sale. There's another one here that I thought was significant. This Logoman tag patch, or this logo tag from Klay Thompson. It's a rookie one, almost $2,000. Chris Bosh non-rookie logo tag, $1,400. And you see a lot of like Jerry West stuff there. Again, this is a no-name rookie from 2015, almost $200. Brandon Roy Logoman auto for almost $11,000. This Jarrett Culver looks like a steal at $300. There's that Curry I was referencing earlier. We'll just do these last couple. The Mario Hezonja and Emmanuel Mudiay dual Logoman auto for $800. Again, two guys that didn't stick in the league very long, didn't have any significant level of success in the NBA. This is just expensive, right? And we can look at current listings too. Here are the current listings for Logomen. I didn't really filter by anything, just basketball. And, this is an auction with through almost 4 days left. This is a Hornets rookie from 24-25. I don't know how to pronounce his name. A Noir Logoman, 530 with 4 days left. $530 for a guy who's probably a two-way player, never will get a full contract or maybe one full contract in the NBA. Keldon Johnson is a more established player. It is a PSA 10. There's nearly 6 days left. It's already at $540. Ben Wallace sticker logo tag auto, $200. Michael Porter Jr. It's National Treasures rookie card, so I understand that is expensive, but it's $500 with 6 days left. Here's some buy it now listings. Thon Maker, who again had somewhat of a following, but not anything really significant. $1,500 buy it now. Joel Embiid from this year's Noir set, $5,700. This is Immaculate one from the recent Immaculate release, Derrick Rose. These are just asinine prices. And again, if you're paying $30,000 for a Derrick Rose Logoman from Immaculate, that's great that you have that ability and that you want to do that. But I was thinking about that and I'm like, that is a lot of money. I'll just tell you what my offers were. My offers on the card I was going after was $1,000. That was auto declined, and then $1,250 that expired. And I was just thinking, how much could I get? How many quality cards could I get for my collection for that amount of money? How many quality cards could I add to my collection for the $1,500 it would cost me to get a Thad Young Logoman auto, or the $2,000 for the Emmanuel Quickley? And now in the last couple months, in the last month, I've added two I think significant collections that I'm going to kind of use as a comparison or a test case here to show why I think that, for me, Logomen don't make sense. They're overvalued. They're not worth the cost. And they're great. I love them. I love patches. I don't love recent Logoman patches. You can see that recent ones like this Julius Randle are kind of screen printed, whereas the older ones, let me go back to that Derrick Rose, are stitched. I like those stitched ones better. But let's take a look at what I purchased for what ended up being a fraction of the cost of that Logoman offer that was not even responded to. Not the cost that I would have gotten the Logoman for, but the cost that hopefully my offer would have been accepted. All right, so the first lot of cards, the first collection I obtained was this Isaiah Thomas collection. I've shared this before on various platforms. I paid a fraction of the cost I would have for the Logoman for these 8 cards that include a rookie card Game Ward patch out of 2. Look at that crown right there, and the stitching. It's only numbered out of 2. This NT RPA, which generally, actually, in the past few years, I'm not a fan of, but I actually do think that until 2015 or so, it was a great set, the NT RPAs. Again, a really nice patch there. Also highlighted by a rookie flawless auto out of 10, gold. And then this 101 gold standard. It's a gold standard 101. It's Gold Prospects is the set. This is not a rookie, but it is a 101. So I was able to get that whole collection. The new collection I just got is a 31 card Mike Bibby collection. So I'm going to just quickly go through all those and then have some reflection on that. So I'm going to try to go through them quickly. This is a Fleer Genuine parallel out of 10. So Fleer Genuine parallel out of 10. We got 2 UD Ultimate. So this is UD Ultimate 2003. The base card and then the subset, the Ultimate Stars subset, both the golds out of 25. This awesome 3-card patch lot. And I am a sucker for patches. I'm a sucker for beautiful foil. So take a look at this beautiful foil here. What is that? Platinum, sapphire, whatever you want to call it. And again, look at that patch. I think this patch looks better than a Logoman. Yeah, I mean, I know, attack me, throw, get your pitchforks and stuff, but like, I think it looks better. out of 15. And then 2 more beautiful patches that are not the teal, but I think are just the standard base out of 50. Okay, so 29 out of 50 and 5 out of 50. I got actually, this is one of 2 of this card, but a dual patch of Francisco Garcia and Mike Bibby. I love duels. I'm a team collector, so I have memories of these 2 playing together. Garcia as a rookie, high potential rookie that we thought would carry on the success of the Kings, which obviously didn't happen. A lot that could be said about this one. There's a beautiful UD black. Look at that foil, that gold foil. Just awesome. Out of 5, this was the listing, the auction that actually got me to reach out to the seller and try to work out a lot price. And so, yeah, that's awesome. Another duel. This is from Ultimate, Quincy Douby. Again, look at these patches, okay? Awesome stitching, multiple colors. Look at that etched foil. I mean, that's just so nice. Beautiful card. Dual patch. All of these, I mean, like hollow foil on all of these. Really nice patches on all of these. This SP game used, it's out of 35. Look at that design. Look at the hollow foil. I mean, it just, the gold jersey with the gold foil, it goes so well. And again, as a patch collector, patches are my favorite kind of card. I just, it's hard to pass up. Got these 2 Ultimate Premium. Oh, sorry. There's a third one back there. It's another patch we'll look at later, but these 2 Ultimate Premium jerseys out of 100. Just a nice big jersey swatch, a well-designed jersey card. I don't love jersey cards, but when they're well-designed, I'll take it. A series of Hoops Hot Prospects, a couple of Hoops Hot Prospects Draft Rewind patches. So again, 2 super nice patches here. The base here with the silver, you can see that patch with that stitching. Let's see if that focuses in. Patch with that stitching. The red foil here on this one with the great multi-break. I mean, how many breaks is that? It's 1, 2, 3 break pat. I guess 5 break. I don't know how you classify it, but 3 color, 5 different transitions. Only out of 5, right? So that's numbered out of 5. I think this first one was numbered out of 12. Gotta get back to this awesome foil. Look at this. Look at that foil. So this is from EXL, Skybox EXL, the Court Authentics. Again, nice looking patch. Beautiful foil. Numbered out of 5. Oh, Spencer Haas. Thought this was a Mike Bibby collection. Oh yeah, well it is because there's a duel. So this is a duel out of 15. UD Black kills it as always with that hollow foil. I was actually a little disappointed and a little worried because when I saw these in their top loaders, the UD Black was like really dull, the foil, and it was not holographic or hollow foil at all. So I'm glad that that came out. This is another really well-designed jersey card. Mirror images here. Mirror images. Try to get the light like out of the center. Why is this mirror images? Out of reflections, because you got the the home and the away jersey. Again, out of 10, so very low numbered. This is, to me, such a cool card. I mean, it's still in its packaging. Look at that. It's still in the packaging it came in the box, I assume, is how these multi-autos, these triple autos came in. Reggie Theus, Mike Bibby, Quincy Douby, out of 15, triple auto. Really nice silver marker. Unfortunately, stickers. Don't like stickers, but I'll make exceptions in cases like this. I love, like I said, multi-autos. And this one is super cool because Reggie Theus was the coach of the Kings when both of these guys were playing. So that was very cool. And not much interesting on the back of the card. Keeping it going with another. Now this is not a duel. This is a 7-piece jersey. You can see here, Steve Francis, Andre Miller. Bibby's right there. And then the big boys, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Marbury, and AI. 7-way patch with what? 3 Hall of Famers. Again, really cool card. I mean, sorry. I'm just going to go off. This is such a cool card. This encapsulates 2000s basketball. 2000s basketball. Steve Nash, 7 seconds or less Suns. Jason Kidd, who led the Nets to 2 NBA Finals in the first 2 NBA Finals of the decade against the Lakers. Marbury, Starbury, right, who was electric with the Knicks. We know Allen Iverson and how he's like his significance as a player. I love how it specifies this is Steve Nash's warm-up, a game-worn jersey, shooting shirt, and then game-worn jerseys and the warm-ups. Okay, really, really cool. From Premium, from Ultimate, here is the patch version out of 50. And what was so cool back in the 2000s when UD was and Fleer and stuff were making these, like, this is out of 50. You'd never see a card out of 50 with this nice of a patch. But yeah, that's how it goes here. So really cool. I really want the Chris Webber version of this card, the EX Essential Credentials. I think this is the, I don't know if it says on here. I think it's a now, yeah. The Essential Credentials now. It's a jersey out of 46, I think it was. The Chris Webber is out of 14. Went for a lot when it went for auction last year and I didn't get it. But I actually want the Chris Webber that's not a jersey version. Here's a 4-way jersey. Sean Marion and Kwame Brown. And I really like it because of these two. Rip Hamilton was one of my favorite players growing up. Of course, Bibby. Ticket for 4. It's a ticket design. I wonder if these are significant. I'll have to look into all these numbers at the top and see if they're significant. Authentic game-worn jerseys. Here is the out of 25 version of that UD Black. Again, beautiful foil. Same thing, but hollow silver instead of gold. I showed one of these earlier. Here's another dual patch. That 7-way jersey. The first was out of, I think, 110. Here is the parallel out of 25. And actually, in watching some of the stuff from the National, I saw that there's a version of this, a parallel out of 101. I will never own it, but pretty cool. And yeah, you can see on here, some staining-ish for the jersey, some staining right there. It's pretty cool. Almost done here. This is a solo auto of Bibby from Black, UD Black. Out of 50, not 15. So it's a little high numbered, but really cool, beautiful design. This is you've seen the dual patches out of 25. This is the dual jersey auto out of 50. And just to be able to get all these together in like one collection, I mean, it costs a lot more than I usually spend, but it's just cool. So I don't have to, it's just cool that it comes all together. Some beautiful foil here on these Fleer jerseys. This is the jersey. Both of these are jerseys. The silver is the base jersey. This is the patch version. Kind of sucky patches there, but it's okay because we have another one with a really nice patch. And the patch version is out of 50. The jersey version is out of 150. I think it's really interesting because it only says one player's name on the back. So I guess that makes sense because there's only one jersey. So it's cool because I have this patch was worn by Bibby. The jersey version was a Peja jersey. And both patch versions were Mike Bibby. Interesting. Very interesting. And our last one, another ticket for 4. This one is really cool because, again, the person that Mike Bibby's pictured with, here's Shane Battier and Sean Marion. The person that Bibby's pictured with, Vince Carter, right? So really cool. Obviously, Vince Carter, this was in 02-03. We all know how electric he was of a player and how exciting he is and what kind of, how big of a following he has now. So again, some really, really incredible cards that I got to add to my collection. And you know, I essentially did that instead of purchasing a Logoman. Instead of spending all the money on a single Logoman, I spent a fraction of it. I want to be transparent just because, like, if I'm going to make these claims or whatever that I don't think Logoman cards are worth it, then I should be transparent. I paid about half of what I offered on that Logoman card. I paid it here for these two collections. And mind you, this IT collection came with about 30 other cards that hopefully I can, move or trade or sell to recoup some of the cost of the cards that I added here. Obviously, I'm not expecting anything like getting the full cost back or anything, but it's just so nice to, be able to add such a robust, diverse collection to diverse group of cards to my collection instead of a single Logoman card. And again, I think patches like these look so much better than Logoman. Patches like this is so much nicer than a Logoman to me. Again, that's personal opinion and most people would disagree. I think what was just really enlightening for me is that I need to make sure that I'm collecting what I like and not just dictate that Logomen are better because the masses say they're better or because they're worth more. And there's a lot of conversation that can be had from that. But again, the experience taught me that for my collection, and this doesn't mean it's better, doesn't mean that Logomen are inferior or anything, but for my collection, a huge amount of cards like this for a fraction of the cost of the Logoman adds diversity in my collection, gives me volume. I mean, there's a quantity versus quality argument. I think all of these are quality cards. I didn't buy every card of Bibby's that was available from that seller that I got this patch from. I think all of these are quality cards, and I bought them all because I think they're quality cards, and I didn't buy the ones that I didn't think were quality cards. And anyway, I want to have those conversations, and I really welcome if people disagree with me because that's how we talk and learn and grow. But start a conversation. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree, if Logomen are overrated, or if I'm just delusional and, never going to be one of the big boys. I'm never going to be one of the big boys that owns Logomen and is at the National buying $10, $20, $100,000 cards. And I don't need that. And I don't want that because I would rather have all of this. I'd rather have all of these cards. And that's not even all of them. Plus all of these, plus all for a fraction of the cost of the Logoman. So anyway, I'm done. I'm sorry that I went on and on. It's just, it really, I look at all this. This is the first time I've looked at it all together. And I'm like, this really represents my collection and my collecting. Beautiful cards, beautiful patches, beautiful foil, lots of them. They don't have to cost a lot. I think I got this set of 3, this and the other 2 for like $12 or $15. It's like $5 a card. The lowest number one's out of 15. I'm going to stop talking now. Happy collecting. Enjoy, everyone. Enjoy your collecting. Collect the way you like, and we'll see you all around.